Honey, support nerfs just dropped. I'm a little late to the party, but Newcastle and Lifeline just got a nerf, and I'll explain everything. Okay, so first, they nerfed Newcastle's revive shield. I put a graphic on screen showing the health of his knockdown shield from before the patch, after the patch, and last season, so you have like a comparison. In conclusion, it's actually stronger than it was last season still, but I'll say this. I didn't know about the update. I queued into a game on Newcastle. I went to revive my teammate, and it got shot out immediately and I died. So I already saw the effects of this. I don't know if those were just good players or what, but they just shot out it was a white knockdown shield, but yeah, I mean, for the knockdown shield, it's just slightly stronger than last season and weaker than it was just now. It was a little, let's be honest, they over nerfed that knockdown shield, especially because revives are faster now. It just was way too strong. You couldn't even destroy them. Now this is the big one, and everyone's been talking about the tactical shield being indestructible. It is now destructible again with 750 HP, and they increased the cooldown to 20 seconds. But here's the kicker. This is weird, and I feel like there's just some Newcastle agenda. I'll explain in a second. But on the Swift Shield upgrade, which makes the shield faster, they reduced the cooldown by 8 seconds to 12 seconds. What that means is, if you get that upgrade, the tactical shield is now on a lower cooldown than before. So he's still stronger than he was last season if you pick this upgrade, which means you have to pick that one and not the revive speed, which is a really good upgrade. But like 8-second cooldown reduction, to put that in perspective for you, some characters get like a 5-second cooldown reduction as a whole perk. He gets a faster shield and 8-second cooldown reduction. Now this was a big problem because, especially in competitive, they were using Newcastle shield, and then when that went out, Gibby shield, and it was like infinitely loopable. Now you can still do that, especially with this upgrade, it'll be easier. But the main thing is that the Newcastle shield can be destroyed now. The only thing Newcastle's missing out that he had before is that you could make the shield stronger with his first blue perk. That's now replaced by the revive speed. But I mean, 3-second cooldown reduction from before and faster movement, I feel like you just take that now for sure. Yeah, but I feel like there's just some Newcastle agenda going on, because even when they're nerfing him, they're buffing him at the same time. It's so weird. So in conclusion, Rampart minigun now counters Newcastle's whole kit if you want to play her. I don't know if you want to play her though, if you want to give up those support perks, because guess what, newsflash, they did not touch the support perks at all. Do I think Newcastle's weak? No. He's still gonna be played and competitive for sure. I mean, if anything, he's just like slightly reverted, if not stronger. Well, I would say definitely stronger than he was last season, because at minimum he still has the support perks, and also they just did his revive shield still stronger than it was last season. His mobile shield is the same, if not better than last season, and he has support perks. It's like, okay, he's still stronger than he was, but these are good changes. I'll say that they're good changes. I'm not gonna say they're bad. Me personally, though, I think the craziest thing about Newcastle is his ultimate destroying projectiles. Like, it just makes him the perfect defense. And if that's what the character is, it is what he is, the perfect defense. But that is what is the strongest thing for him to me. Like, it's like so strong that you can't do anything about it, really. You can't throw nades. You can't push him if he places it well, because you'll get zapped. It's just like very crazy. Like, if I were making a suggestion, I think you have to remove the perk that lets it stay on for like several minutes, because then they can just bunker down. Like, if you want them to have it for the first 30 seconds or whatever, that makes sense, because like, oh, you gotta slam down, reset. I don't know. It's such a strong ability. If they're not gonna nerf the actual ability, they should nerf the ultimate cooldown, because, well, I'll get to it with Lifeline, because her ultimate cooldown was increased, but it just feels like you always have the wall. Like, I place a wall, I'm not worried about it because I'm gonna have it back. It's really short cooldown. So, but yeah, moving on to Lifeline. What they did with Lifeline is they increased her ultimate cooldown to 180, which is 3 minutes. I think this is good because, like I said just now with the Newcastle ultimate, it just feels like there's no punishment for bad usage of the ultimates, because they're just short cooldown. You have them right back, and it's a strong ultimate. They're both strong ultimates. So yeah, I mean, you have to acknowledge that using these abilities is a risk, because you might not have them when you need them next time if you just like overuse them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be more careful with it and not waste it. Now, this other nerf is strange to me. I'm not even talking about if it's good or bad. I think it's fine as a nerf, because like auto-resing people quickly is kind of annoying, but let me explain you why I don't like it annoys me. So they dropped the support perks, and they're like, yeah, take all these perks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, And one of them is increased revive speed, right? But now what this is telling me, hands-free dock revive is now the same as non-support legends. So what they're basically saying is you get this support perk, you get the support perk, but then they point to Lifeline and say, but not you. So in game, she has the support perk, but actually no, you don't. So as a design, it's just like kind of annoys me. It's just like she has it, but she doesn't. Now, the way you'd get around this, like as a design, is like you put in the passive of the revive that it's longer for some reason. Again, I actually don't think the nerf itself is bad. It's just like she has the perk and then you just kind of tell her she doesn't at the same time. It's weird. I mean, I get that's kind of nitpicky, I get. I mean, I think those are good nerfs for Lifeline though. I mean, to put in perspective for you, she had over a 20% pick rate before this. Right now, she's sitting at like 18 point something. And this is just the day after. And in case 20% doesn't get across to you, just keep in mind, there's 3 people in a squad. And if she has a 20% pick rate, that means 60% of teams, over half of teams are running her. You get what I'm saying? So overall, I mean, the changes are good for sure. And I'm not complaining. I saw a lot of comments about like, hey, this is great, but can we buff other characters? And I agree, but I mean, this is just clearly like a band-aid fix. They removed gold knockdowns from the game and they haven't put them back yet. They just kind of, I mean, they kind of like panicked at this, you know? They're like, oh, we messed up. And yeah, they did mess up. I don't know how they got here, honestly. Like, we all looked at the patch notes and we were like, huh? But, you know, making changes, I guess. And the thing is, there should be a patch notes in like a week with the mid-season. So I think they'll do a lot more refined changes then, I hope. But like, they were just like, yeah, we gotta do this now. Don't agree with this. I mean, they're still strong as hell. Yeah, here's current pick rates for you, just as a little reference here. Like after the nerf, the day after. You'll notice that Rampart went up 15%. Obviously Newcastle went down a lot. Lifeline went down 3%. So Newcastle's now out of double digits. And the thing is, even if Newcastle's OP, people just don't want to play him. So this, in reality, I think he is still stronger. He's just like a weird character to play for some people. Rest in peace, Crypto. Bozo's down here. Yeah, I mean, I just want to kind of talk about this real quick, you know. Try to get something out on the channel. I went home for Thanksgiving, got sick, came back, and I'm still recovering, but I'm feeling pretty good now. And I want to get back into doing stuff. I might watch party LGS later today. I'm gonna do it on YouTube because I noticed that no one does it on YouTube, I don't think. So maybe that's like a good idea because maybe the YouTube people want to watch it on YouTube because I know some people don't like Twitch. So I'm gonna try that, maybe even do it for ALGS. We'll see how it goes. It's just a big time commitment, but I'll try my best. I'm just rambling at this point. Probably a little short video, just talking about it. Not big changes. Well, it is big changes. All right, I'm just yapping. I'm out of here. I'll holla at you. Bye.